been asked to revisit our ordinance as it pertains to solar panels and see if there are opportunities to lessen maybe some of the restrictions that are in there today. So back in 2012, we amended the ordinance and added the provisions for solar panels. That was at a time in which we were seeing across the Metroplex an increase in solar panels. A lot of cities adopted ordinances. Some of them maybe more conservative to start with, and we've seen since then seen, I think, several cities relax some of the provisions in their ordinances as we go forward. The current ordinance allows them as rooftop installations on any slope that's not directly facing the street. So if the slope directly facing the street is not allowed to have solar panels, any other parts of the roof are. So that's where we are today in terms of our, again, this is another one of those trying to balance the different interests in the community. You know, there are folks that want to have solar panels. We know there are folks that have concerns about how they look. And so that's why we have the ordinance that we have today with allowing them on the roof but not on the front. Based on our desire to continue to balance those interests, staff would recommend maintaining that more piece of the ordinance as it is today. Just to help deal with nuisance issues, it's not something we could again go out and look for, but if we did find a situation or a situation was brought to us where a solar panel was creating some type of a glare on an adjacent piece of property, we just have the ability to address that. We have a provision in there that says, you know, if you create a glare, then you can't do that, and we need to fix it. So it's really a mechanism that allows us to address those situations should they occur. We've not had one that I'm aware of. Most of the solar panels are coated with stuff, there's really not a lot of that type of issue. But we like having the ability to address it if it happens. But the others that we currently would not support are changing the roof installations, anything in the front yard, and then modifying the language we have now for dealing with nuisances and dealing with licensing of installers.
Are there HOAs that don't allow solar panels as well?
Generally, the state law now really prevents HOAs from doing that.
I can support your recommendations, Lee.
What would be your timing to bring it forward? What were your thoughts?
Yeah, we'd have to look at the calendar because of the timing of going to the Planning and Zoning Commission and then, you know, doing the notices and going to the City Council. So we'd be looking at probably in August.
You know, the one about the front facing, is there like a mechanism for appeal? If it's, yeah, it's facing, but you really can't see it because the design of the roof is in such a way that it's, because I understand that there is some concern about, you know, it's got, you know, can't be facing, in other words, to be effective, the panel has to be west or southwest or whatever. So I just wonder if there's, you know, would the design control
Your front door.
do I?
I said you can leave your front door.
Move that street, though.
You think we need to? So we would allow front facing in certain situations.
I don't know. That's a good question.
It sounds.
Not by ALDC, you're talking about if you appeal it to the POA.
That's right, I think that is the process.
That's the process
Yeah,
we
that's
currently
the
have.
Yeah, it's already there.
Well, just, you know, when you have something that says you can't do this, and then 99% of the time, that's probably correct, but occasionally there are circumstances that would say, yeah, I know we say you can't, but really, it doesn't really make sense in this case. I don't have a good example, but I you know, hate it when, you know, we don't leave that door open a little bit.
Property hardship, shape, size, topography of the lot. So we're probably gonna have to get pretty scientific and study the matter if we're gonna figure out that there's some circumstances in the universe that would dictate that it's okay to allow it on the front. I don't know what those are. Tell us what you wanna do and we'll make it happen.
Y'all okay with it?